What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another hunting boot camp. So today I'm going over the two main types of decoy rigging systems. So you have your Texas rigs, has the little loop here at the bottom, usually has like a sliding egg weight, and then it just has a little clasp that you hook onto the decoy hole on the kill. That's your Texas rig. And then you have your traditional decoy rigging system. It's just decoy cord or decoy string wrapped around the kill, and you unwind it here, and it just tied on to some type of weight, and that's all there is. That's the really main differences between them. I'm gonna go over the positive and negative between the two and my preference, although it should be kind of obvious. But yeah, we'll jump into it. So let's start with the conventional, traditional decoy cord system here. So as I showed you, it's just decoy cord or string. It wraps around the kill of the decoy, just like so. And then you can put whatever weight system you want on it. These lead weights, that's what this is on. You can just take it, and it just bends around the kill, like so. That's all there is to it. You can make your own weights. I know guys have melted them down, melted some lead down, and then they put like a piece of wire, like a loop, and you just put it over the decoy's head. You can use old pieces of pipe, that whatever's kind of heavy and keeps that decoy anchored, you can use. So the main advantage to using this kind of decoy system is it's cheap. It's a lot cheaper than the Texas rig system. You go out, you buy a spool of decoy cord or decoy string, and you're not set back too much, and then you can literally use whatever you want for as a weight. That's going to be your main advantage to this. Another advantage to this is the system I prefer, and I know a lot of other guys do as well. If you're hunting river systems, areas with a lot of current, or like even super windy days, these weights are going to hold a heck of a lot better than these light egg weights. These are 6 or 8 ounce egg sinkers on the Texas rigs, and you can put heavier weights on there, but if you're carrying in, that's just more stuff you have to carry in, more weight you got to worry about. And you could even knock the weight down a little bit on this, and it's still going to grab, it's still going to hold on to stuff a lot better than the Texas rigs. So those are the two main advantages to this system. Is it's cheaper. You can put, I guess you can put all the decoys in a bag as well, and it's not going to get too tangled unless your weights come undone, and that can be a mess. But those are the main advantages to this system. The drawbacks, the main one is it takes a lot of time to get these back, how they are. Trying to get my weight. So you got to unwind these to throw them out in the morning or even in the afternoon, and then you got to wind them back up to put them away. And when it's cold or windy or getting dark or whatever, it's just not the most fun thing you could be doing. And you kind of want to get out there, get set up or get packed out, and so the main negative is the time it takes to put these away. Another negative to these, and it's not on all these, and my weight's breaking here, I'm gonna have to get a new weight. That's another disadvantage. That's more just the weight system though, just some crappy lead. But this decoy cord, when it becomes cold, can become brittle and snap off a lot easier than the rigging system on the Texas rigs, as I'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, my weight's about ready to come off. I'll have to fix that this summer. So yep, and there she went. But that still hold it. Just that little piece of lead will hold that decoy a lot better than this little egg sinker will. But those are the advantages and disadvantages to the traditional system. And on the Texas rigging system, as you can see, is what I prefer. So I like this system. The main reason is because it has these clips that they all hang on, and I can just clip those to my kayak and away we go. And if I have to walk in anywhere, I can just put them over my back, over my shoulder, and it's that easy, So the main advantages with these are, your cord has a little bit of, it doesn't really bend too much unless you keep it, like if you had it twisted up all off season, it would be a mess. But if you hang them You don't have any issues. You don't have to worry about decoy bags. And the main advantage is the time. It takes no time to pick these up. You literally just walk to the decoys with your clip, put them on, just like that, and away you go. And I guess this is, so I've got two different types rigged up here. These were kind of some preset ones I had. Someone gave me, and they have the loop at the bottom. I don't really prefer that because that's where all your you know, your moss and mud and crap is. So you got to pull that off. The other ones that I made myself, I put the loop at the top, so then you just literally pull the decoy up and you clip it. You don't have any mess. And that's another advantage to these over the conventional system is with these egg weights, they might not hold the decoy in like super heavy windy days or current, but it also isn't going to pick up all that moss and underwater vegetation. Those are the main positives with the Texas rig system. The negatives, and I kind of alluded to them, you know, it's going to be more expensive than your conventional system. It's going to not be able to hold up in the current or heavy windy days, as well as, I mean, I'm not saying you can't run these in the current. I put them in river systems before. I like to stomp them in though, just so I make sure I don't lose my decoys, because it's not that hard to lose them, especially if there's a lot of crap floating in your river. Whereas the conventional decoy, you can throw them in the heaviest current, and unless a log comes in, you're probably going to be alright, depending on how heavy a weight you use. And then another thing that you have to worry about with these are, you know, when you have them all hooked up, rigged up like so, they bang around when you're carrying them, so it can be a little tougher on the decoy paint themselves. But I mean, if you're taking them on a kayak or a decoy sled, it's no different than a decoy bag. It's really however you handle your decoys, but that could be another drawback to using this system. And as I said, you know, I prefer the Texas rig system over the conventional rig system. I ran conventional rigs for, I don't know, probably up until the last 5 years, I guess, on my decoys, and then I switched over to these Texas rigs, and I just love them. It makes picking up decoys so much easier, and now that I got my kayak and stuff, I can just hook them right to that kayak and not drag them anymore because I got a decoy sled. So that makes life a lot easier as well. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Always helps me out. Drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were. Guys, which decoy rigging system do you like to run? Let me know if I missed any other things that you feel should be included. And subscribe if you haven't already, so you stay up to date with every hunting boot camp. These come out every Monday, unless there's a cooking video that comes out in its place. But every Monday in the summer. And then once we get back to hunting season, we'll have more hunting videos. We've got fishing videos on tap, and a whole bunch more coming for you guys. So if any of that is up your alley, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you out there, guys. See ya.